Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Papa Boris playing some Hearthstone Arena. It's been a roller coaster ride of emotions here. We had a 12-win run, followed right after by a 0-win run that I thought was great. Then right after that, I got annoyed because I drafted a deck that I thought sucked. That was this deck, and we're at 7 wins and 2 losses, so whatever. Let's go ahead and see our next opponent, and see if we can maybe steal another win or two before this party town ends with a police raid, or however you want to say that. So we're up against another rogue, Zany Druid, the aptly named rogue. Let's see if we can get lucky and be second. Yes, we are second. Lovely. Oh, I even get to do this thing. Boy, I haven't gotten to do this in a while. Not as good against rogues, of course, because they can make a dagger and kill off the little bandit. And then a 2-2 will die to whatever else they're likely to play, but, you know, it's still cool to start things off that way. Might also stop the opponent from playing a 2-drop if she was planning to do that. Next turn, most likely, I'll just make a dagger in response to her dagger and sit on it, because I do have a Goblin Auto Barber that I could play later if I top deck him to make the dagger better, so I don't want to throw daggers at the face. Oh, hang on a minute. We're getting a total board clear here with Backstab and a dagger. Oh, Backstab and Mad Bomber. Well played, madam. Of course, I never get lucky enough to... That's not true. I have been lucky enough in the past to let that live. So basically, she actually responds without losing any cards to that. Because she traded a Backstab for that thing and then killed it with the Mad Bomber. And then I killed the Mad Bomber with Backstab. So nobody got ahead there. We're equal, but she stopped my strong opening, which is good for her. Okay. Notice that in the olden days, back when Defy String Leader was a 2-3... the backstab wouldn't have killed it, so she would have had to rely on a bit more luck for the Mad Bomber to work. Alright, she has a deadly poison here. Okay. Well, if I had an ooze, that'd be nice. But I don't, so we'll play the Hunter. Now, the Hunter is going to die to the deadly poison, leaving me with just the pig. But next turn I can play the Auto Barber, which at least will allow me to hit something with this knife. And a bar ambusher. Alright, well, that's doing it right here. She's got the ambusher, meaning that if I kill it, it's just really hard to kill, and the death rattle isn't going to cause any problems. So what I'm going to do here, I think, is actually ignore this ambusher. I could have killed it if I wanted to, but I'm just going to play the Dragonling mechanic instead. My thinking here is let her kill some stuff. I don't care. And then now she's in a weird spot, because if she plays another minion, I can always pop it back into her hand by killing this ambusher. Which is why I hate this card. Even if the opponent doesn't have an answer to it, you're now like in a weird place. It's like, can I play more minions? Oh my god! Well played. So now I can kill one and it'll pop the other one back. I can kill it with the Auto Barber. Oh, that's hard. I really want to play Spectral Knight, but I'm a damage shy of being able to kill this thing. So Spectral Knight's going to have to wait, unfortunately. We're going to play the Auto Barber. Kill this thing. I do take some damage for it, but I'm still ahead of her on health because she's hit my minions a fair bunch. And here, it is tempting to play the Arcane Golem, because I don't know how much it really matters for her to be at 7 versus 6. You know, I'm going to go ahead and just do that. I could have just kept it in hand for later, but it seemed like the risk of her going up to 7 is not that high. I mean, I guess she could play like a Boulder Fist Ogre or something and make me really regret. Well, no, Boulder Fist Ogre she could have played. She could play like a War Golem and make me regret it. But I feel like 6 was bad enough, so I feel like 7 shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, she does use the mana to make an Eviscerate to kill this thing. Which is okay, because this is a pretty good thing to lose to an Eviscerate. I'm pretty okay with that. Alright, so I could play Gnomish Inventor, hit her in the face, and make a dagger. However, instead I think I'm going to just make the Spectral Knight. So what I'm going to do here is keep hold of my weapon. The Tiger can kill the Auto Barber, leaving it at 2 health, meaning it will either die to a whack of the Wicked Knife, or maybe I'll use Blade Flurry to kill it and whatever else she plays. She plays Ragnaros. Ah, that's serious. Now I've got a 50-50 chance of losing the Spectral Knight, which is pretty bad. And that is in fact what happens. Man, who the hell? Oh god, this is bad. Balls. Okay. What is the move here? What is the move? I think the move is this and try to get a sap. So that Arcane Golem gave her Ragnaros a turn early. Oh my god, Big Game Hunter. Holy ballsack Christ. That is pretty amazing. Okay, so we got the answer to Rag. I'm going to take 5 more damage to kill the Tiger. I forgot I even had this thing. Okay, so next turn I cannot play Ysera because it's 1 mana off. She is going to get that Ambusher back, which is pretty good for her. Mad Bomber. Okay, please don't kill this Big Game Hunter. Please. Okay, that was a really good bomber. Didn't damage my minions. Hit her in the face twice. In fact, the other Mad Bomber hit her in the face twice as well. So I've been doing pretty well on these Mad Bombers. She's gonna play the Ambusher? I wouldn't if I were her. No, she can't play the Ambusher that's in her hand because she knows it would just suck. Okay, so this is quite the interesting game here. I could not kill this with Blade Flurry, even if I hit it first. I'm gonna have to trade my Big Game Hunter into it. Or, jeez, I could just ignore everything. Because I know she has an Ambusher, which doesn't help her at all. You know what? We gotta go for broke here. I'm gonna hit her in the face, and I'm gonna play this Ogre Brute. Keep your weakest hitting creature in the middle. Ogre Brute's not the most reliable way of getting some damage through, but the thing is, I know that she's got a useless card here, so she has to top deck something good. Sen'jin holds up against these things. She's already used an Eviscerate. So I figure I've got a pretty decent chance of keeping control of things thanks to Sen'jin, and then I have a bunch of damage to try to finish this game out. I might not be able to play Ysera. We'll see how it goes. Is she gonna throw them both in? Okay, now is she gonna play the Ambusher? She's flicking. Yep, she plays the Ambusher, which is fine by me. And the Snapjaw. So I can just get the Snapjaw back into her hand if I kill the Ambusher off, so no big deal. Question is, can I afford to play Ysera? Let's see what I draw before I make any further commitments. Assassin's Blade would win the game here. Zombie Chow, that sucks. She does 5, 7, 8 damage, down to 9. She's empty on cards. Okay, I think I'm just going to play Ysera. And I'm going to attack with this Ogre to see where it goes before I make any further commitments. Okay, it does hit her in the face. So I'm just going to hit her in the face with that too. Now I'm threatening lethal even if she clears my board here. I've got Dagger Face, Blade Flurry for the kill. What I would have liked to see is that deal 5 damage to everybody but Ysera thing, because that would have guaranteed the win. But she had no cards. She had to top deck something good, and she didn't, so she loses. Alright, sweet, good game. Going second helped. That Defias opening was really helpful. Although I did have Backstab to trigger combo, so even if I hadn't had the coin, I would have still been able to combo off the Defias Ringleader, and who knows, it might have even been better that way, because she would have played the Mad Bomber before me. Like, she would have passed on turn 1, and then... Oh, I would have passed on turn 1. Oh, I see. Then she would have passed on turn 1. Then I would have made the dagger. She would have played Mad Bomber on turn 2, perhaps. I could have backstabbed it and made the Ringleader if she didn't have a 3-drop to coin out. Anyway, that's all pretty speculative. I won another game, which is the important thing of what has happened here. We're up against a Druid, always a tough challenge. Got the board control and life gain thing going on, and the damage to the face is just really solid. I am not first here, which is unfortunate. Shadow Step I could use to trigger the combo, but that's basically getting a 2-1 for 0 mana. Actually, is that worth it? So here, I can play the Zombie Chow, right? Shadow Step it, play the Ringleader with the combo, and then replay the Zombie Chow. So it's kind of like getting a 2-1 for 0 mana. That's worth it. I mean, I could get something better, but honestly, Shadow Step's a pretty situational card. I'm not super likely to be able to use it up, so why don't we just take our free 2-1 and call it a day. On turn 2, I'm going to have a 2-2, a 2-1, and a 2-3 on the table, which is pretty solid, so I'll take it. Okay, so we hit her in the face. We Shadow Step. We do this. And this thing's free. So it's a pretty big turn 2. I've got 6 power on the table. He can shapeshift to kill off one of them, but if he's doing that, he's still getting hit for 4. Now, I have nothing to play until turn 5, so turn 3 and turn 4 have nothing going on. They are, in fact, the opposite of Stacy's mom, so if I don't get anything good, he can catch up, because all I'm going to have is my dagger. So I have to hope that I can get a 3 or at least a 4-drop out of this, or at least some sort of removal, so he doesn't just catch up with good 3-drops. Right now, my main issue is these things only hit for 2, so I could end up out of my depth if he plays 3 toughness minions. Alright, we got a sap here, which could be useful. Do I hit, you know, I'm going to hit him in the face simply because I might have nothing better to do next turn than remake the dagger, so I might as well get that extra damage out. Zombie Chow will, of course, die at some point, so he's going to go back up to 27 health. But, yeah, maybe that opening wasn't the smartest thing. I don't know. So he's got 8 cards. One of them is the coin. I don't want to sap any 3-drops unless I'm really desperate. I would hope I can just kill them with one of these creatures plus the dagger. And then sap would be great against, say, a Druid of the Claw or something like that. Alright, here comes the coin for a 4-drop. This could be sappable if it's like a Sen'jin. Chillwind Yeti, is that worth sapping? Well, let's see what I get off the top before I make any commitments. I get an Assassin's Blade, which sucks because I can't play it right now. So yes, we are going to sap the Yeti, go down a card, and cost him a turn. So on turn 4, he might just replay the Yeti. Then I play the Fen Creeper, I'm guessing, and hit him in the face for 4 more damage. If things go really badly for him, if he can't get an answer to Fen Creeper out, then he could be in a lot of trouble because... Oh, interesting. What's he doing? He's going to Claw. Ah, that's pretty smart. So he didn't play the Yeti in order to get the Scarlet Crusader out, which I think is a pretty smart play. Okay. So the Crusader will kill this. I can, of course, dagger it down. Alright, let's play the Fen Creeper here. Do I dagger this thing down, or... If I hit him in the face, there's a chance I could... I mean, I'm getting basically 3 extra damage on, which brings me closer to burning him out. Have to keep in mind he's really effectively at +5 health. If I dagger this down, he goes up to 22. The Scarlet Crusader's dead. He's going to have 7 cards to my 4. Turn 5. This is 12 damage, but he's at 22 health, so it's not really going to kill him anytime soon. If I leave this alive, he could buff it and kill Fen Creeper, but I think, you know what, we're going to go for the face here. Wait, I could hedge my bets. You know what, let's hedge my bets here. I'm going to deal 1 less damage to him, but I am going to pop off that shield, so if he does kill the Fen Creeper, at least he has to lose the Crusader for it. Okay, so we're trying to get... trying to stay sort of equal on the board here, leading up to Ysera. That's sort of the hope. And he throws the Crusader away. I'm not generally a fan of that move, as I've said before, because it can go all kinds of wrong. So here we have a couple of different options. I could play the Shield Master to protect the Zombie Chow, basically, and then hope that he never gets to cash in on this 5 health. Another option would be I can throw the Fen Creeper and the Assassin's Blade at the Spectral Knight to kill it. I think getting this engine down is worth it, so we'll do this. We'll hit him in the face for a lot of damage. Hit him in the face, hit him in the face, hit him in the face, make a dagger up. And see what he's got to do for himself. He needs some removal. Just a couple of removal cards would be pretty good. Like, let's say he had a couple of Wraths. He could just kill off these 2 things. And then get 5 health up to 14, which is much safer. The Blade is sort of blunted by his shapeshifting. It's 12 damage, but over 4 turns. So it's really kind of more like 9 or even 8 damage if he shapeshifts every turn. I don't have that much burn potential in this deck. Maybe the Arcane Golem would be a nice top deck. Or if I can get that Nightmare card from Ysera. Well, whatever the card is that deals 5 damage to everything but Ysera. Interesting choice. Is he going to give him Taunt? That seems like what he would be doing here. No, he's just going to buff him up. Very interesting choice. That's a bit ballsy, because he is leaving me with 5 damage here. Wow, I could have killed him if I had drawn any sort of damage, because I've got 3, 6, 8 damages at 1 health. This could backfire horribly if it doesn't work out. But I'm just going to go for it. And yes, I realize that he can kill the Zombie Chow and go back up in health. But after killing this, he's up to 6, Shapeshift up to 7. I mean, he's taking 9 more damage from this. I can get more cards from Sprint next turn and try to get into one of my charge creatures. Maybe I should have done Sprint now, though. Yeah, and then I could have maybe played this later, and then... Yeah, I messed up. I should have played Sprint now. Anyway, he can kill the Fen Creeper and then kill the Zombie Chow to cash out his health. So he's up to 6. Next turn I'm probably going to play Sprint and then Ysera after that. Okay, got Knife Juggler here. Blade Flurry would be pretty tremendous because that would kill everything he has and hit him in the face as well. And the Knife Juggler does his job. Okay, if I don't get Blade Flurry pretty soon, I might be in a lot of trouble. If he plays a taunt to stop me from hitting him in the face, I could also be in a lot of trouble. It's not Blade Flurry. Alright, well, let's play Sprint, see what we get. Tiger's not bad. Panda could be good if I get the Arcane Golem. And the Master of Disguise, okay, well, I think we gotta go to our outs here. I gotta hope I can just kill him. So he shapeshifts up to 5. And then if I get up Arcane Golem or something, I can kill him. Blade Flurry would also work. If he gets a taunt down, I'm in trouble, but I do have Sap in here to get past taunts. Then, of course, I don't kill him right away. He's got 10. He actually has enough damage to kill me in a couple of turns, so I'm actually set to lose this game right now if I don't find something useful. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have 1 turn to get an answer here. But an Arcane Golem would do it. Blade Flurry would do it. Do I have anything else that would do it? I can't remember. But yeah, I'm dead next turn if I don't top deck a win. Well, let's see what I've got going on here. I have Arcane Golem. Okay. You might say, well, Boris, that was the lucky top deck, but I did go more than halfway through the deck. So the odds of me getting this or another card that could kill him weren't that terrible, because I did draw, you know, through 4 pieces of junk with Sprint. Okay, well, that was good. Props to my opponent for saying well played. It must have been frustrating for him to see that top-decked Arcane Golem, but you know what? I drafted it, and I drafted the Sprint, which allowed me to get it, so I think some good drafting choices helped make that game possible. I might not have played that correctly, though. Maybe I should have just started killing his stuff and fighting fair rather than hitting him in the face. Like, I could have cashed out the Zombie Chow against the Scarlet Crusader, then the Crusader wouldn't have dealt 3 damage to my Fen Creeper, then the Fen Creeper might have survived against the Spectral Knight and all this stuff, which could have been really good. I'm not gonna go for crazy cold blood shenanigans versus a priest, because he can do Shadow Word Death. We have a nice opening hand here, though. One nice guy, the priest. That's great. So yeah, I probably should have just played fair and known that with Sprint and Ysera, I could win the end game, even though it looked at the time like I was low on cards. Zombie Chow on turn 1 is very annoying to deal with because it can trade with a lot of 2-drops for no detriment. Okay, we'll play the Ooze just because it's bigger and there's no need to reveal that I have a charging creature. Of course, priests don't have any weapons, so there's no need to hold out for this Ooze. Alright, what does he got here? He's got the Trog and a Power Word Shield. While that is annoying, because I have to throw both these creatures at it, the Zombie Chow at least survives, so that's okay, I think. Could be definitely worse. Okay, so what I could do is I could actually, instead of the Zombie Chow, I could throw the Bluegill Warrior at this. Wait, that makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. Okay, so we're going to just do this, this. So no one's ahead. We each lost a card. I will do this thing and hit him in the face. So why not make a dagger? Well, I might just end up making a dagger next turn anyway, so I might as well put this thing on the table. Harvest Golem is solid because none of my stuff hits for 3. Alright, so he's starting to get a little bit ahead here. Jeeves doesn't really do me any good. I hate doing this, but yeah, he just gets to 2 for 1 with this Harvest Golem, which sucks. But at least I have a dagger in my hand. Next turn I can play the Blade. Get more ahead on cards, maybe. Although a lot of 4-drops do not die to the Blade. Piloted Treader does. Do I hit this thing with the Blade? That's taking a lot of damage. You know what? Boy, this is tricky. I could play the Ogre instead of the Blade. The Blade kills this and then a 2-drop spews out, then it hits me in the face for more, and then all of a sudden I'm at 20 health. This is good, though, to have on hand with Blade Flurry. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this, much as I hate it. I'll take the damage, see what he gets. Hopefully it's nothing special. Okay, this is just a 1 damage thing, no big deal. Next we can play an Ogre and Prey. Doesn't have any Shadow Word Deaths. Sludge Belcher is a good card. It doesn't die to Blade Flurry. Oh god, this is getting ugly. Well, anyway, we really... Oh, sap. Hang on a minute. Is this worth... Yeah, this is definitely worth sapping. So I'm going to sap this thing. Play the Ogre. And I will kill the Novice Engineer. It's like, well, Boris, it's kind of a waste, but it's fine. I might not necessarily play Blade Flurry next turn. I might just play the Ogre, so I feel like it was worth it to do this. So we could just replay the Sludge Belcher, which would require me to hit it and use the Ogre against it, if the Ogre is kind enough to actually hit it. Or he might play something different. There, why? Oh, he must have something. Felon's Chosen. Oh boy. No, not Felon's Chosen. Power Word Shield? Interesting choice there. I wonder why he would do that instead of just replaying Sludge Belcher, maybe in case I have an Assassinate or another Sap or something. Arcane Golem doesn't look so good here. I could play it and Jeeves to get some cards. Maybe what I'll do is this. Why don't we hit this thing? Blade Flurry to kill 2 of his creatures. Then I can play Jeeves to get a card, or I can play Arcane Golem to start putting some pressure on him. Why don't we go for Jeeves here? Maybe that's a mistake, but I doubt he's going to get down to less than 3 cards. So we'll see what he wants to do. If he wants to play Sludge Belcher, that'd be pretty good for him, actually. Yeah, he's got it. So he's going to heal himself. Please just heal yourself. Please, please. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so we can play the Ogre, and then I have enough mana to dagger up, which will let me kill this if the Ogre is willing to attack it. I could also use the Arcane Golem to hit that Sludge Belcher, but I think I'd rather just get the Ogre down. Okay, so the Ogre does whiff. I don't see much of a reason... Actually, there is a reason to play the Geomancer. The reason is that it will give me a card from Jeeves, so I will do that. I could also play Shadow Step just to basically get rid of it. The advantage to that is I get another card. The disadvantage is that maybe later I will want Arcane Golem Shadow Step combos. Okay, so I'm going to hang on to Shadow Step. I'll just content myself with one card from Jeeves here. I have 2 Geomancers in this deck? Oh, wow, the things that you forget when you don't look at your decks. Okay, 6 cards. Is one of them Shadow Word Death? Let's find out. It'd be pretty good. 3 mana leaves him with 5. You can do a lot with 5 mana. And looks like he's got a Holy Nova maybe here. Well, he's obviously going to finish off Jeeves. There'd have been no reason to hit Jeeves if he wasn't going to do that. Felon's Chosen. Oh god, is that a Holy Nova incoming now? Yep, so 3 damage across the board. Goes back up to 9. Ouch. That's difficult for me to deal with. Okay, well, let's just play Ysera then. Let's see what the Ogre wants to do. The Ogre wants to hit my opponent in the face. That's fine. So there's no reason then for me to throw the Ogre down or the Ogre away at the Sludge Belcher. I'll let him do that if he wants to do that, and we'll pass the turn. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. I really want that popping back in the hand card. Oh my god, that's what I got. So now I can put the Sludge Belcher back in his hand. Question is, how badly is he going to wreck me with this turn? He's got a 5/9. Oh, that's so amazing. Oh, I'm so glad to see this, because this takes up all of his mana and doesn't do anything. 2 mana. I can't imagine what he would do that I would care about. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Okay, perfect. So now we can do a lot of good things. Ooh, hang on a minute. Well, I can't kill this yet with Big Game Hunter because it's obviously hidden. But I can dream this, and then let's think. 4 damage, 8 damage, 12 damage. Possibly 16, but there's only, well, there's a 50% chance of it being 16. Okay, we're going to do this. So the Sludge Belcher pops up yet again. Do I want to actually, you know, why don't we try to kill off Mr. Croc here? With you, I could do you, yeah, why don't we do this? Let's kill off Mr. Croc with Ysera. See if the Ogre will do the job. Ah, it dies against the Ravenhold Assassin, which really does kind of suck. You know what? Should I just dagger and kill this? Wait a minute. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that was... Okay, let me just back up and talk about what happened here. The Ogre, I targeted the face, but it attacked the wrong enemy. The Ogre's thing triggered, so it hit the Ravenhold Assassin. The Ravenhold Assassin dealt damage back, which unstealthed it, which means I can do this. And now, I could Arcane Golem to hit him in the face for some extra damage. And I think it makes sense. Oh god. I'm going to Shadow Step this back. The thing is, I didn't want to expose myself to another Holy Nova by keeping this on the board. And I could have held on to that Shadow Step in case I wanted to reuse Big Game Hunter. Like if he plays another big minion, I'll really regret it. But I decided to take the chance. He's got 2 Sludge Belchers now. Holy mother of Christ. Well, that sucks. It's going to be a little bit difficult to get rid of these bitches, but we'll do what we can. So we have to do this. I've got enough health. I think I can afford this, so we'll do that and that. We'll kill off, let's just fully kill off this thing. I definitely want to play this Drake, hopefully. Well, he didn't use Shadow Word Death against my Ogre, so I'm hoping it doesn't have any Shadow Word Deaths for this Drake. Another Dream would be great. Well, another Drake is fine. A 7/6 for 4 mana I'm not going to complain about. My health is a bit low, but priests aren't very good at burning things out. I do have a taunt here. If I can clear out the Sludge Belcher, I can get some serious damage through. Wow, that's a pretty good top deck as far as top decks are concerned. And then he has that thing. Okay, so I do get to keep my 7/6 here. Problem is, it's difficult to get past the Sludge Belcher. Alright. He's actually got enough damage to kill me here. 4/7 with a little bit more help. Even being a priest, he could kill me. Shoot, these 5 health things are so annoying. Do I take 3 damage so that I can? Hang on a minute. I should have played the Geomancer. If I lose this game, it's because I didn't play the Geomancer. Having this around to kill off the little slime would have been really good. Okay. What is the way to minimize my damage? I think it's like this. So we hit that. Yeah, this is risky, but when you're behind, you gotta take risks. So we'll kill off the little slime. We'll kill that off like so. We're gonna play this and this. And now, basically, if he's got 4 damage, which is possible with something like a Argent Commander, then he wins. Holy Fire would also win him the game here. 3 cards, not that unlikely that he's got it. Holy Nova, does he have another Holy Nova? That would be 3 Holy Novas. Oh, this is encouraging. Oh, he does not in fact have another Holy Nova. So I have 7, 11, 13, 14 damage. Not quite enough to kill him. Seven, 11, 13. Yeah, not enough. Shoot. Sprint. Yeah, so might as well play Sprint. There's no reason not to. I was going to dream this thing anyway, so it's getting buffed. It makes no difference. Cold Blood. Okay, does that give me enough damage? 7, 11, 13... plus 4 is 17. Okay, that's good. Let me just make sure I do this right. 7, 11, 13 plus 4. Okay, so Cold Blood actually wins me a game here. On the nose. Wait, did I count that wrong? 7, 11, oh, 7, 11, 7, 11, 12 plus 4 is 16. You know, I was off by 1 because I just can't do math for some strange reason. If that had actually mattered, because I thought I was over by 1. If I had actually been like, if my calculations had put it on equal, then the fact that I was off by 1 would have made me lose. That would have been really embarrassing. Okay, well anyway, we win that game, despite some shady plays on my part, I suppose. It must have been a way for me to not have to suffer so hard. But then again, he did have a ton of Sludge Belchers. I'm lucky he had no Shadow Word Deaths, but he did have 2 Holy Novas and a Velen's Chosen and 2 Sludge Belchers, so I think it was a pretty reasonable way for me to win that one. Lots of cool interactions in this draft. The Ogre making the Ravenholt Assassin unstealth was pretty nifty. Okay, so again, I could do Ringleader, Shadow Step, and then, you know, replay him. This acts as basically a free 2-1, which I think is worth it. Do I keep the Geomancer then? I mean, yeah, because if I don't top deck a good 3-drop, then I might have nothing to do on turn 3, which I think would be sad. Okay, let's try to get those rockets to light up. I wish this were like a little bit more clear how to make that happen. See, I just feel like I'm sitting here, you know, doing stuff until it works. All right, we got the North Track Cleric opener. So, do I want to play the? I definitely don't want to do the Shadow Step thing. That would just die. I could play the Geomancer. You know, I'm gonna do it. You might say Boris, but he's gonna run in and heal and get an extra card. That's true, but if he does, he's not playing anything better. And I would much. Oh, these actually lit before the rocket. Interesting. But if he. Oh, is this Velen's Chosen? Oh God. Oh my God. Oh no, no, no! It's just a Shatterstone Cleric. Okay, well, it could be worse. Could be worse. But my girlfriend's laughing at me for some reason. But okay, this is bad. I can't actually kill this thing. There's no way for me to kill it right now. I could play a Geomancer to try to, but that then it's just gonna die. All right, this is getting really, really ugly. What I have to hope for is that he doesn't heal this up right now because he has better things to do, and then I can play the Geomancer Blade Flurry and then clear his board. That's what I have to hope for. No, 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 no. Play your card. Yeah, play your card. Play your card. Don't get the card. No, don't heal. Yeah, play your card. Oh, Jesus, it's this thing. I needed him not to have a 4 toughness thing because I could have hit something and then Blade Flurried for 2 damage across the board that would have killed everything, but this way it doesn't quite do it. Okay, well anyway, we'll do the Geomancer. We'll hit him in the face. Blade Flurry. And we'll pass the turn. So now he can heal this up and kill the Geomancer with it, but he might not want to do that because maybe he doesn't like the risk of the Ogre just attacking the face, and then he wastes 2 mana healing it for nothing. He decides to go for it, so I'm hoping he misses. Let's see what happens. Nope, it kills him. Well, at least he didn't do anything better. Yeah, that's that. Fen Creeper, Fen Creeper won't kill this if he gets healed. But I am going to play Fen Creeper. The reason is, even though it dies to Shadow Word Pain, when you're behind you gotta take risks, this might encourage him to heal the Ogre Brute to attack and defend Creeper. Motherfucker, he's got a Velen's Chosen. Wow, that just sucks. Miss the Fen Creeper? No, not a chance. Not a chance that you'd miss the Fen Creeper, of course. Okay, well, now we're in some serious trouble. Shadow Step ended up being a very bad investment. We've got a 6-5 here. I need a sap. Do I get it? I do not. So when you're behind, play a bunch of crap. Wait, that's the wrong thing. I need to play this one. I can play this one. And you know what? Just get another one of those. Just throw it all out there. Boom. So Holy Nova just totally wrecks me, but when you're behind, you gotta take risks. That last priest had like 3 Holy Novas. Maybe this one won't have any, you know? It's how it works. Anyway, I'm at 10 wins, so really pretty content no matter how this ends. This Ogre has been very focused. This is like an Adderall taking Ogre Brood. He always hits his target, at least so far. See if the Adderall's worn off or if he's going to get one more hit. Shade of Naxxramas, not a bad card. Power Word Shield on the Shade, pretty good interaction there. So the Shade gets bigger and bigger, and it's a 3/5 next turn. That's pretty solid. He heals up the Brute. And what do we got here? Oh, okay. It whiffs my face, and he's actually targeting my face. Interesting. Backstab doesn't do jack or squat for me. I could throw 2 little guys at this to kill it, and I could either dagger it and throw another little guy at it. Again, I'm gonna take some risks here. I'm gonna take that 6 damage, and I'm just gonna hit him in the face. Start the work on burning him out. Okay, so the Shade, he might not want to reveal it right now because the Tiger will kill it. If he doesn't reveal this and if he doesn't have a way of killing these things, that's, oh my god, that's not good. Wow, well played, because it killed the Tiger, but the Shade didn't die to that light bomb, so he keeps the Shade hidden. Jesus, Louises. Well, okay. This is getting really, really bad. I don't have anywhere near enough damage to kill him. I have no board presence. I'm way behind on cards. I don't think even Ysera or Sprint could save me here because it would just be too slow. Is he going to really trade the Shade for my 4/4? Interesting. Well, assuming he does, he's got 6 cards to my 4. Soon to be 5, but my cards on the board are pretty crappy. Spectral Knight's a really good card. Can't be backstabbed. He'll kill everything I have. Dark Cultist doesn't die to any of my stuff. Oh yeah, it's just terrible. This is just terrible. Swampu's not at all what I needed in the slightest. I don't even want to kill that thing. We're gonna go down swinging, okay, folks? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go down swinging. We're just gonna see how low we can get this guy's health, and that'll be that. I don't think there's any way I can burn him out. There's just not enough. But maybe I'll top deck Ysera, and maybe she'll give me that deal 5 damage to everything card, and then maybe that will like kill off his stuff, and then maybe I'll be able to get a draw. We'll see. Okay, so he's diligently killing off all my crap. Circle of Healing. Who plays Circle of Healing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, Sap. Yeah, why don't we use that? Sure. We can also backstab and kill that Scarlet Crusader. Hit him in the face. Hit him in the face. Donk. What an amusing little game that was. Am I gonna have time to do another run? I will. I will actually have time to start another draft after this. Overall, I am pretty ecstatic with making it to 10 wins here. Let's just open up the stats sheet now. 10 wins. So my rogue results have been 6-10, 7-10. That's pretty good for what used to be like one of my worst classes. Meanwhile, Hunter, which used to be my best class, is sitting strong at 3-4-4. Kind of gross. Okay, well I got nothing going on here. Let's just again go for the face. Bonk, bonk. Remake the dagger. He can clear my board. And even if I get Ysera, it just won't be enough because he'll kill me in a couple of turns before Ysera's cards can do anything. Ah, he's got a 2nd Velen's Chosen. Well, that figures, I guess. High Velen's Chosen concentrations in a priest deck at 10 wins, and of course he's gonna have another Holy Nova, because why the hell not? So it's 11-15 damage. I am dead. Next turn. At least I get to go out in style. Let's put out the Auto Barber, hit the hardest creature there is, and say well played. Good job, Sueco. Good luck in your quest to 12 wins. Meanwhile, here over in Papa Boris land, it's time to close up shop and move to our next run. Well, we'll take a look at the pack. So remember, the video is not over. We still have another 11 minutes. Let's see what we find in this pack. Hopefully a lot of gold. Yeah, that's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold. Oh, this is like finally, because I had some pretty bad luck with gold lately. But this is a lot. This is what, 100, this is 200, 370 gold. That's over 2 arenas. Whew, I'm over 12,000. That's amazing. 370 gold for 10 wins. I am pretty happy today. So, do we get anything good in the pack? 2 rares. Okay, cool. Worst, like, weapon in the game, bar none. And, let's see if there's anything new. Crafting mode. Oh, hey, both of those rares were new, and one of the commons. Sweet dogs. Sweet, sweet dogs. Our next run is Shaman, Warrior, or Hunter. Well, it's Hunter, because I don't play Shamans anymore. Warrior I've had 4 runs with. Hunter I've had 3, so let's see if we can save Hunter from disreputable terribleness. Alright, 2 very good cards here. I'm going to take the Commander, because it adds reach to the deck, and Hunters, I think, are all about reach. Here's an interesting choice. Sunwalker's probably the best card here, but I already have a 6-drop to start things off, so I'm tempted by this to give me some card draw. It does mean I just passed on 2 really good taunting cards in a row, Argent Commander, or sorry, Defender of Argus and Sunwalker, but I think it's worth it to get the curve a little bit better. Okay, Stupid Monkey for some taunt. I really don't like this Scavenging Hyena. I just don't like it. I think it's bad. So I'm going to take the Monkey because I don't ever want to play this on turn 2. I don't want to play it later because I think it's usually bad. This at least gives me some taunt, and since I forewent some taunt earlier, I might as well do that. I've made this pick before. I think Dark Iron Dwarf's better than Houndmaster, no matter how many beasts you have. It's just an easy call. Okay, Deathlord, yeah, let's not go for anything crazy. The Wailing Soul mostly sucks, so we'll take the Drake. That's our 4-drop here. 2 really good 4-drops contrasting the 3 really bad ones. Not really bad ones, but the 3 sort of average ones we had last time. However, I'm going to pass them both for Arcane Shot, which adds reach and removal. Alright, Glybzuka is good, even though it's not always good for me. Here, I'll actually take the Gnome over the Chow because of the burn. I'd rather have the burn than the extra health. Hunter's Mark or Explosive Trap is an interesting choice. I'm going to take the Explosive Trap, although I know there will be times where I'd rather have Hunter's Mark. Okay, so the Auctioneer is a consideration here. I do have Explosive Trap and Arcane Shot. If I can get another Hunter's Mark later, it'd be good. What I'm looking at as alternatives is pretty crappy. You know what? I'm just going to take the Ancient Mage. I hate that Gadget and Auctioneer. Alright, we have Wisp, Dwarf, or Knight. Let's take the Spectral Knight just to have a nice big 5-drop. Deadly Shot or Wolf Rider is tricky. Sometimes you do want this Deadly Shot to kill something huge, but I'm going to grab the Wolf Rider because it's a bit more flexible and adds some more reach. Okay, don't like Mad Bomber. Stormwind Champion's more expensive than Archmage. Might have better stats, or might have a better impact on the board, though, sometimes. We'll take the Stormwind Champion, though maybe Archmage was the right call. Okay, we'll take the Silence, which is important to have. Alright, we'll take the Trog this time. Even though with the Glybzuka, it's possible that the Dread Corsair would have been good. Take this for some card draw. Alright, so I can take the potentially hard-hitting thing or some more card draw. Let's grab the Micro Machine, because Mech Synergy is good to have in general. Tundra Rhino is great. This guy is great. We have a Legendary. That's 2 Legendary drafts in a row. So Blingtron is nifty. What is this? Add a spare part to... You know, I'm going to just take this thing. A 5/7's... You know, it's more of like a 5-mana stat creature than a 6-mana stat creature. Because like an Ogre would be a 6/7. So here, compared to an Ogre, you're spending 1 power for pretty good battle cry. I'm going to take this over the Blingtron. Even though the Blingtron can add some more reach to my deck, I'd rather have just another big beefy thing. Okay, here's the Hunter's Mark that I wanted. I don't like Snipe. We'll take the Bluegill Warrior for some more reach and removal. Kill Command. I think it was better than the Glybzuka for some more reach and removal. Take some healing because I hate the Hyena. Give your other mechs +2 attack. Well, this is a 3/3 for 3. Nerubian Egg, do I have any synergy with it? I never do. Glybzuka might work with the Nerubian Egg. Boo. I could give it spell damage and the opponent won't want to kill it with the Ancient Mage. Dark Iron Dwarf works. That's about it. So yeah, we'll just take this. It's a 3/3 for 3 and it might help me out. Okay, I think I already got one of these, so that's fine. I don't think I need... Well, let's see. I could take this. I have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll take a Web Spinner, though. I think it's nice to have another that beast. I'm going to take Ascension over the second Explosive Trap, because Taunt's nice. So how many mechs do I have for this Tinkertown dude? 1, 2... 3. That's not a mech. And here we're getting pretty expensive. So just 3. I don't think this is actually worth it. I'll just take another Yeti. I'm happy spiking that 4 mana. It's fine. Take another kill command. And our last pick, easy one, Knife Juggler. Alright, so I won't even hazard a guess as to how good that deck is. Just won't even hazard any guesses. Let's just play some games and see for ourselves. I think that it has a decent amount of reach with all the kill commands and charge creatures and the weapon. I think it's got good card quality. There were really very few packs where I was like, oh, this is total junk. And if I got my curve right, it should be fine. Alright, Little Pants the Priest. We did lose to a priest to end the previous run. Not a bad opening hand. Okay, we're second player, so we can play these guys with the coin. And then we can play this on turn 4. Okay, this is okay. Hoping he plays a 1-drop so I can kill it with Arcane Chop. That isn't Northshire Cleric, let me hasten to add. And I got a 1-drop. He's a priest, he can't auto-kill it with his hero ability. This is looking good. This could have been Zombie Chow, which probably would have been better here. Zombie Chow is better, I think, than a Leper Gnome on turn 1. But a Leper Gnome is better, like, all the rest of the time, I think. So, Explosive Sheep to kill a Leper Gnome. Interesting. I'll accept this, I suppose. Yeah, it's a fine trade. And we get the Knife Juggler, so I will just play that rather than coining into a 3-drop. So now, a lot of 3-drops he could play I can kill with Wolf Rider, but that's not necessarily going to work, because a decent number of 3-drops these days have 4 health. And he plays the Panther, which is a pretty smart play. Okay, well, here I can either waste the Battle Cry, or I can waste the Trick. I think I'm going to waste, or I could actually coin into just this guy and have him survive, maybe. That's interesting. What am I going to use the coin for if not this? I got some expensive things in this deck. Okay, hopefully the knife hits him in the face. It doesn't, unfortunately. So now he can kill off my Knife Juggler with this Panther. And I've got a 3-1. I did deal some decent damage to him thanks to Leper Gnome and Wolf Rider. Inner Fire. Alright, well played. So it's a 1-1 instead of a 3-1. And then the Grunt will now actually get to kill it. That's pretty well played. So I think here's where I'm going to use the coin, actually. Yeah, that seems pretty sensible. So we can coin now to get this Trog out of here. And he's got 4 cards to my 5, so while the game hasn't felt like it's going that great necessarily, I'm doing really well on cards. He's got 4 to my 5, and I'm about to draw my 6th. This thing is probably going to die soon. So unless he has a really good 5-drop. Okay, wow, he's rolling the dice, and he gave me a dinosaur. Well, must have been a really bad legendary pick to get a Tinkmaster, so I can't even necessarily fault him for it. Probably should have healed up the Shield Bearer. He's really going to regret that he didn't heal up that Shield Bearer, because what I can do now is kill it. If he had healed it up, I wouldn't have been able to do this. Then I can kill Tinkmaster, and then I can heal up my dinosaur. So this opening game is going fantastically. Now I have a ton of card advantage versus the opponent, thanks to him throwing away cards to things like Inner Fire and Shield Bearer. He only knows us to get back a little bit of advantage, but he has nothing else. That's fine, so we'll play the Rhino. Swingity, 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 swingle. A Cabal Shadow Priest would be pretty phenomenal for him here, actually. He could steal this Rhino, charge into the Farseer, and this thing lives. Then he pretty much turns the game right around if he does that. But that doesn't happen. So here's where Unleash the Hounds would have been good, but I didn't see any of those in my draft, unfortunately. So I have a bunch of annoying crap to clean up I can't really deal with. Can I kill him? 5, 7... 12, 15, oh my god, 17. And then he's a priest so he can heal out of it, so I don't think it's worth going for that sort of shenanigan. Let's just kill this thing. And kill this thing. This thing's gonna die, so do I let him use an imp to kill it? Or do I make sure the 2-1 goes away? I think I'm gonna get rid of the 2-1 just because this is a 5-2, make him have a little bit of extra something. Wait a minute, I had lethal. This thing would have charged because it's a beast. I missed lethal. Oh, geez, that's embarrassing. Yeah, I could have kill commanded and Owl would have given me the remaining damage I needed. Whoops. Well, now the game actually goes on because if he has a way to kill this off... Oh, man. So beasts have charge. This would have given me the extra damage I needed. It does throw the beast away, or the imp away. And I guess he has nothing else? Okay, cool. Oh, it's embarrassing. 5, 7, 12, 14, 16. I'm still shy because he got to heal once, which he wouldn't have been able to do if I had killed him last turn. Thankfully, though, it looks like I should be alright. I don't know what he's going to do here to get back from this. This is a pretty good board. I got Silence for taunts, Hunter's Mark to clear stuff out. Tinkmaster giving me a Devil Sword rather than a Squirrel, of course, made a pretty big difference on this game. Had he turned his own guy into a dinosaur, which granted was improbable, he would have been in much better shape. Okay, cool. So that is that, and I think this is a pretty good time to stop the video. We're just at 46 minutes. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll be back soon. Wish me luck in the continuation of this Hunter run. Take care, everybody.